Welcome back. 2010 F-150 5.4 3-valve. I got a P0020 code, which is the camshaft position sensor solenoid circuit code. That is the driver's side. This is bank 1 on this vehicle, so this is a bank 2 code. So we're going to go through, do a little bit of testing on this. I'm going to go to the good side first and just do some static tests on the power and then ohm reading on the actual solenoid, see how it behaves, just what the values are, and then I can use those to test against the side that's throwing the code. We'll start there and then we'll see how it goes. We're looking at passenger side. Bank 1. Bank 1 in this case. So I've got the connector off. We should have, keys off. It's not on. It's not key on engine, it's just off. Just testing here. I've got ground on one side. We'll test for power on the other side with the key on, but I'm going to test the ohm readings, what the resistance is across the two terminals of this solenoid, the one that's good. And let's tell you what I get here. Once I get touched here. 8.8 ohms. So it just gives me, let me go turn the key on. All right, key on engine off. Should, I think, have power now. So 12.1. Yep. I'm going to do these same tests. You're not really going to be able to see because I'm probably going to end up pulling this all off, but I don't want to pull this off yet. All the air box and everything, you know, the air stuff, whatever you want to call it, to get it. I can get at this. So let me unhook that connector and see what we have going on. Okay, got it disconnected. Let's see what we have. Key on, engine off right now. So I should have power to it. Oh, that's interesting. Do not see 12 volts here. Is that because it has that code and it's disabled it? Possibly. Let me clear the codes and see if it makes a difference. I could not get a voltage reading on this side, and I wasn't sure if it was because there was already a code. So I plugged the sensor back in, cleared the codes, turned the ignition off, went back in immediately. Without even starting it, without anything, I got the code back. So do I have a wiring issue? So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did on the other side. I want to test the ohm reading on this solenoid to see, am I getting the same ohm? It doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad, but I want to see, is it open? Is it broken internally, electrically? So I'm going to do that, and let's see what kind of ohm reading we get off of that. And then we'll go from there. Oop. Try to at least. Yeah, 8.7, 8.6. So that reads good, but I do not have power to it. I don't have a good 12 volt to it. That's interesting. Key is off. I should have a ground. Which it doesn't seem that I do. I don't get much of anything here. Interesting. Alright, we're going to dig some more. I'll come back and I'll tell you what I found. So we're going to go get a wiring diagram. And we're going to, well, or are we? Or are we broken right at the connector? This is broken right at the connector. So, visual inspection wins again. It's broken right at the connector. That's the problem here. It's actually just broken right off at the connector. I don't know if I can fix it. I might have to get a connector for this. Let me see let me open this up a little bit and let me see if I can get a reading. Let me get in here and just peel this tape off of it, and let's see if we can get a reading on that side before the connector. But I peeled those wires apart, stripped them back just a little bit, and listen. There's my ground. So we got to fix that first. Do we have another issue? Probably not. It's probably what it is. But the wire was broken right at the connector. Key's off. Nothing's on. My two wires here. I'm going to peel these back. I just covered them up so they didn't have an issue. But let me peel this back a little more. We're going to hook up a new connector to it, which I have here. Which I should check and make sure it fits before I do anything. But I believe it does. It does. Fits right in there. We don't need it to be this long, obviously. It's kind of loose, so we're just going to get rid of some of that right away. Let me peel these back a little bit. I like to stagger them if I can, somewhat. If I can. Get a knife. Carefully peel this back without cutting the insulation on them. Alright, gives me a little bit to work with. Now, I have the old connector. I do not want to get these wired wrong, so I'm looking at the connector side away from the release to the right is green. So I want to make sure I hook that to the same wire on this one. So I'll put that in there. This one's going to be my green, so we'll do that one first. This is going to be a little bit longer than it needs to be. Let me just see what I got here. Something in here, I think. What?
Look at my new hideous work shoes.
Hello Kitty.
They're so ugly.
Where are they? Where are they? Crocs?
They're double ugly. They're Crocs.
Double ugly Crocs? Crocs and Hello Kitty? Obnoxious Hello Kitty.
Well, they're hideous because they have the faces on them. You can't take them off.
Alright.
So I was like, well, if you're going to be hideous, you might as well double the standard.
That's nice. Show it to them. Give me one. Can you look in the thing because I can't see it. There, that's what she's talking about. That's
You can't.
It's pretty hideous. Pretty hideous croc or whatever.
It's not the Hello Kitty that makes it hideous.
It doesn't help.
No, I mean, like, look, it's a big old face. That's what you see.
It doesn't help.
But then it's a Croc, so that's what makes it ugly.
It's not good.
Uglier. Yeah, I think the Croc attendants weren't too happy with me about that. Because I walked over and she's like, "You're all set." I was like,
Croc attendants?
Yeah, the Croc people, the employees.
Croc people? Sound like a Croc people. Is that like, they have a country somewhere? Or?
I mean, they have a cult-like following. Like, the
well,
Crocs. Oh my god, I have to fill out the Crocs. I know someone who has 75 pairs of Crocs.
Yeah, well, they have too much time and money in their hands.
Yeah, this is also, well, I don't know if they have money. I think they're kind of stupid.
Probably why they don't have money.
Anyway.
But
they were like, "Oh yeah, are you all set?" And I was like, "Yeah, look at these. Aren't they ugly?" And she was like,
You insulted her.
I teach their own. I was like, "Oh, wait, you guys, wait. Yes, you like Crocs. I mean, aren't they the greatest Crocs ever?"
No, they're not.
I think they are fantastic Crocs.
They're Crocs.
But they are fantastically ugly Crocs. You're welcome,
Okay.
YouTubers.
Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing. Now that side show is done, don't forget to put some heat shrink on here. So this is green. Checking it twice. Yeah, that's right. get this twisted up here. We'll do that one again because I don't like the way that looks. I just don't like it. Ow, that was my finger. Let's try that again. Oh, that's better. That's better. Twist that up. These are little uninsulated crimp connectors. I'm not getting into that debate about crimping versus soldering versus whatever. Do what you want. You want to solder it, solder it. Doesn't really matter to me. These, ouch. It's my finger. There's one. Oh man. Piece of metal on my finger. Yeah, sure did. A little strand of wire or something. Feel it. Beautiful. I got one more to do. Just gonna plug that in. No, so let's sit down there. My finger's killing me. That's what you get. I'm gonna peel this back some. Like I said, I like to stagger them a little bit. I don't like them all the connections in one spot. It's not a good thing. I'm surprised how dirty that looks. I don't want that. We're going to have to do something about that. Make sure it's clean, this one. Didn't look that great. Alright. Put that one on first this time. Why not? Why not? Okay. Check this one more time before I get through this. Right away from there, should be green on the right side. And it is. Don't forget your shrink wrap, like I said before. This is marine shrink wrap. It has the adhesive. When you melt it, it kind of flows out of it and seals it up. You need to use the adhesive one that has the adhesive inside of it. You don't have to, but I'm saying if you don't want to have problems, you probably want to do that. Okay, so where I want to cut this, I'm going to cut this right about here. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Left one strand. Look at that, one strand left out there. Interesting. Not anymore. All right. Come on. Stop fighting me. Okay. All right. Good to go. Let's shrink wrap these up. I will tape these on top of these wires. I will wrap these wires back up, but I don't want to do that until I'm doing my testing. I'm doing my testing first, and then we'll seal everything back up. But I do want to seal them up. Okay. Beautiful. Key's off right now. I should have a ground on one of these though. Should have a full-time ground on one of these. No? Right there. There's my ground. Let me go turn the key on. I should get power on the other one. All right, let's see what we got now. Power. Didn't have it before. Much better. Let's plug that in. Let's go clear codes and take this thing for a ride. Let me put this stuff back together. I'm going to go get the scanner hooked up and see if the code comes right back. I don't think it will. I hope not. And go drive it and see what it looks like. All right. Let's read first. Key on, engine off. Yep. Oh, look at that. It's gone. Cleared itself. When I did that before, it cycled the ignition, turned the ignition back on, and immediately came back. So that is just hasn't run all its monitors yet, but that code's gone. So let me get this data up here and let's go take this for a test drive and see how it behaves. So I had to go into generic OBD2 mode to clear these codes correctly, but all my monitors haven't finished yet for this truck, but everything looks good. Been driving it for 10 or 15 minutes. I haven't seen that code come back, which is good. We're going to go back in. I did look at live data and looked at bank 1 versus bank 2, and they're pretty much the same now. So I believe that was the issue. We're going to drive this probably one more time, at least one more time, and see if we can get all the monitors to pass and we don't get any engine light. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but there are your two cam sensors. Just driving along here and let them go. You can compare them, and they're pretty much dead on each other now. Driving for about 20 minutes now, no engine light, everything looks good. Just going to keep driving this and for the next day or so if I have to, not continuously obviously, but until all my monitors pass, make sure everything's okay. But right now it looks like it was that connector. Alright, just because I know there's trust issues on the internet, you can see that I've taped that back up, sealed it up. It did fix the issue, so we are good to go. Well, that's it for the 2010 Ford F-150 5.4 3-valve with the P0020. Ended up being a broken wire. Well, I don't know it was broken all the way, but it was close, and it was not behaving. So, replaced that connector because it broke right behind the connector. And cleared the codes. I had to go into generic mode to do that, but I cleared the codes, took it for a test drive, watched the values, and now the two sensors are basically right in line with each other. They're doing the same thing. And I drove it for probably 30 minutes, 2 different trips, and no problems. It looks good. Initially when I had that circuit code and I cleared it, without even running the car, just turning the ignition back on, the circuit code immediately came back. Did not come back with this, and it fixed it. So this is kind of a case study in why you don't throw parts at stuff. Could have just replaced it, tore the valve cover off of it and replaced the solenoid, and you'd have the same problem because it was a wiring issue. So you gotta run it down. You gotta go follow a process and eliminate things and before you start throwing parts at it. Otherwise, you just spend a lot of money. But if you need to do this for your Ford F-150, I hope it helps you out. If you like the videos, click the like and subscribe below. Thanks for watching.